Hey guys, it's Tony again with another video. So I just arrived to my hotel. It's a guest house in Johannesburg, South Africa, and in an area called Melville. So hopefully it's pretty safe. We'll see. It's approximately 10:30 at night. But I wanted to hop on here and talk to you guys a little bit about, people are asking me, girl, you must be rich, or how you're affording to do this or whatever. So I just wanted to just briefly, because I'll talk about it again later, but just like talk about how I'm doing this, really how I'm doing this. First of all, I'm still getting paid for my job, so I get paid once a month. But even before that, guys, traveling, especially when you're already on this side of the world, it's very affordable. So, I think my airfare from China to Kenya was about $400. And then hopping from different countries, I think my airfare from Zimbabwe to here was less than $100. So it's affordable. But the other thing that I want to say is that this is how I calculate it, right? So, for example, um, let's take the US for example, because I'm thinking about going home, which I'm having anxiety about, by the way. So, for example, if I want to rent a one bedroom or two bedroom apartment in Fort Lauderdale, that's where I grew up, or something like that. I'm looking at in a decent area, not a rich area, not a class area, like middle class. I'm looking about $1,400. Okay, um, for $1,400. And clearly I get paid more than that monthly, but for $1,400 overseas in these countries, you can live at least 2, 3 months. And that's with traveling, that's with eating and everything. So, for example, I am going to Sri Lanka in a couple of weeks. Let's take Sri Lanka for example. I've already booked my hotel. I've booked a 4-star hotel on the beach. Like literally, sand is outside my door. 4-star hotel. And I booked 5 nights for $97. Come on, somebody. So if you calculate that average, $100 a week, or even if you go $150 a week on housing, that's still $600 a month, right? That's still less than what I'll be paying for rent at home. So, meals on average, you can eat very well, and you're eating organic in these countries. Average meal is about $2, $3. So, and you are most hotels, okay, so we're talking about Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, it's including breakfast. So the only thing I have to worry about is lunch and dinner. And average meals, again, can cost you $1 for a full meal to $4, $5 if you're really feeling fancy, like seafood. Like I only eat seafood. So it's, usually on the higher end, maybe like $4 for like fish and vegetables and some kind of carbs. So, yeah, that's how I'm doing this. It's not expensive at all. It's actually cheaper for me to stay on the road than it is to go home and settle down. And then on top of it, I don't have money left to travel. So, yeah, this is that's honestly how I do it. I am not interested, like, I'm supposed to stay here in South Africa for 12 days. I am going to change my flight because the safe areas that I want to stay, for example, this guest house is $46 per night. So yeah, she's not about that life. And I can go cheaper, but the area is not very safe, especially for a single woman by herself. So I won't be doing that. So I'm probably gonna leave out of here, cut my trip short, and take off to Egypt. But again, airfare is very affordable. So I can just get on a flight tomorrow, the day after. I'm actually staying here. I already paid for it. So I'm staying here, I think, like 4 days. So yeah, that's how I'm doing it. I will be honest, the majority of what I spend my money on is alcohol. So that also is not very expensive. Like, it's so cheap. So I don't shop. I've been picking up like little souvenirs and stuff for people, but I'm not a big shopper, so that's that's not even up for debate. But again, it's totally doable. If you guys want some tips or whatever on how I do it, just drop your questions or whatever down below. I will seriously answer it. But like, I literally just got in, and I turned on my phone and saw someone like, how are you affording to do this? That's how. Again, I'm going to Dubai. I think I'm supposed to go to Dubai next, but I'm gonna change things around. But Dubai, 2 nights, $50 per night. It's $100. So I'm not very interested in going there. So before I was all excited about going to Dubai and stuff like that. But then you find other little gems, and it's just like, no, I'd rather go to another country where my money can go really far. So I'm excited about going back to Asia because you can literally stay in a 5-star hotel in some countries for like $9-10 a night and be treated like royalty. So that's the secret. Is exactly what I do. I look for countries that are really cheap, that are safe, and just affordable to live in, places that typically people don't go to. So I am, for example, another example. So I am going to Indonesia, but I'm not going to Bali because Bali is overrated and it's expensive for tourists. So I'm going to a smaller island that they are now promoting, and I'll tell you guys about that when I get there, or just show you when I get there. So yeah, that's how I afford to do it. I literally travel on a budget. So drop your questions, drop your comments. I'm going to upload a lot of videos because I have Wi-Fi now. So love you guys. Thank you for taking this journey with me. It's freaking amazing. Still can't believe I'm in South Africa. Never thought this would happen, but you can make it happen too. So inbox me, drop your comments below. I would love to help you.